talk to me about what practice means when you say that word. I know what it means as a lawyer. What does it mean to you when it comes to gratitude?
And that's the first thing that comes to my mind, Steve, what you just said. You know what it means as a lawyer. I would say for people in the Atticus family who are psychotherapists, who have a practice of psychotherapy, or who are financial advisors, who have a practice in that crucial realm of advising. All of these disciplines have the word practice as part of their vocation. Why do lawyers talk about practice? Why is that a word in the legal vocabulary?
I haven't looked it up, but I think there's, for me, three elements of practice. Number one is a commitment to be better today than what I was yesterday, and be even better tomorrow than what I was today. So for me, I think part of it is a commitment of becoming and developing in that skill set, in that profession, in that way of thinking better. So a commitment. Two, and I'm going to use this word on purpose, skill set. A skill set that really has you improve those skills. And those skill sets have certain practices in them, certain things that you do daily to be better than what you were the day before. And the third thing that I think is interesting to me, and sometimes I see lawyers sometimes lose sight of this, is that we are in the service profession. And while we do operate businesses, our businesses are in service of caring for someone else where they are in need, and they're in need of our services for whatever reason, but they're in need, whether they've been injured, whether they're going through something terrible like a divorce, whether going through something wonderful in their life, like an adoption. They're going through something, but they're in need of our guidance, just like our clients or our members are in need of your guidance. This is one of the challenges I've seen over the years with some of the members of our clients. Our clients, they kind of get to a point where they get stuck in their development because they're really in a position where they're looking to be served, not to be of service. They're looking for, how can you help me? How can you give me more of what I want and need? And failing miserably to being of service, and seeing that being of service is actually probably the most valuable thing they could do to get to the next level in their life and practice.
You can't speak for psychotherapists or your financial advisors in your Atticus umbrella, but I'd say what you just said, I could I could use that as a working definition for how I'm speaking about practice too. It's really quite beautiful. It certainly is informed by intentionality. And it's informed by some sense that there's something more. If you live into this, there's something more. There's something more that will develop inside of you, that you will be more fully able and alive. And on a good day, when you're not overwhelmed with what you're being called to do by clients, that you will be more able to be of service to them. I think that one of the reasons why, if you're in a helping profession, an intensive helping profession, which those in the Atticus family are, and I'm I live in that my own version of that too, is you may well not be thanked, or you're not going to be thanked enough. And I could even imagine for some in the Atticus family, there will be some gratitude. It may or may not be expressed, and also resentment that they actually had to avail themselves of your services. Um, and they resent that both because it's cost money. It may have, it may have required exposure of, of who and what they are, which runs counter to the kind of image that they've quaffed in the public and even perhaps in front of their own mirror. It's surfaced maybe fear or anxiety, uh, which ends up getting outed uh, when they come looking for help, when someone comes looking for help. And so I can imagine that it will happen a number of times that gratitude will not be expressed, or it will not be expressed very adequately. And, and so I make a pitch for one of the many benefits from living gratefully is living in gratitude. It's not to say that your thanking me for something is unnecessary or unmeaningful, but I'm not living my life on the take because, from my experience, if I'm living my life on the take, waiting, needing to be thanked, I'm going to be sorely disappointed and I may even become embittered. Living my life gratefully means I'm just teeming with gratitude. And it keeps me, rather than going down the alley of resentment, bitterness towards someone, it keeps my heart tender, not as a rock, but as a kind of open, compassionate vessel where I can use what I've come to know about this person and know very well why they're not in the place today. I mean, rather than being embittered or disappointed or empty, I'm compassionate and I'm not shopping for their gratitude.
That's an interesting point. The shopping for gratitude is not really gratitude.
It's something.
Yeah, I think if you're shopping for gratitude, if you're shopping for a thank you, if you're shopping for some form of acknowledgement, you're looking for validation, and that
Validation.
valid
You're shopping for dignity. You're shopping for you're shopping for what you didn't get from your father. I mean, I don't know what you're looking for, but I think it's a setup for disappointment.
yeah.
Disappointment or bitterness.
One of the things that I've done in the past personally is I do a gratitude journal. Now, my journal is simple. I call it Big Fig. I begin the day in gratitude and I finish in gratitude. So I have to
Hmm.
remind myself, beginning gratitude, finishing gratitude. I know it's simple. It's simple. Some people
Yeah,
think it's a cookie or
yeah.
something, but like a big fig, like Fig Newton cookie or something. But it, I found for me personally, it anchors me because if I start the day in gratitude and I complete the day in gratitude, it kind of it ramps up the day and closes my day as a practice. So it's like a closing practice for me for the day. Are there any similar practices that you've either advised or encouraged other people to adopt in their lives to embrace gratitude or express gratitude or develop gratitude?
Well, first, I herald what you're doing. I think these bookends of the day make such a difference. How we awaken to the new day, what you heard me speak about, but you obviously know your own version of this, awakening to the new day in gratitude and closing the day with gratitude. I think uh, another really helpful practice that we can hone is just noticing. Notice. So notice what is wondrous, beautiful, amazing, what your senses pick up, eyes, ears, nose, touch, um, which catches your heart's attention. Notice, and let those prompts elicit gratitude. Uh, and I think the day can be filled with that because there's prompts everywhere. And I think that getting in touch with these prompts throughout the day counterweight the things for which you're not grateful. And there are things for which in the moment we're not grateful. I think for most people, certainly true for me, but having, having a counterweight of gratitude will make my experience of life, the weight of life, very different. I think also expressing gratitude, expressing it to others, I think is very good for us because it's a manifestation of our not taking life for granted. That what is happening in my life, what is coming my way, whether it's my work or my leisure or my community, what I've got in the cupboard. It can be anything. Expressing gratitude knows that I'm not the ultimate source of everything. And I do think that we cannot thank people enough. Having said that, I think if we're constantly shopping for gratitude, we're going to be disappointed and we may become embittered because it's not going to happen enough.